So, who's to blame for the California wildfires? I want to talk about everything that's been going on. Okay, so there's this man named Stuart Resnick, and I'll leave a video of him down below that has been buying up water supply in California for decades, and politicians there, including Dianne Feinstein, have been accepting it. And these rich and powerful people, they are sucking us dry. Not just Stuart Resnick, but Elon Musk too. I know there's a lot of MAGA people that love Elon Musk, but he's been a traitor to America by doing business in China. And they're our enemy. You know, don't get us wrong. Don't get them wrong about anything. So, uh, and Elon Musk has been getting subsidies for the government. You also got just billionaires just sucking us dry. Who else? Warren Buffett and investing in BYD. Beyond Your Dreams, the car company in China that's going to put all these car companies out of business. You know, just Bill Gates buying up all this farmland. You know, and they're farming in California and they're using up all this water. They're using like 80% of the water supply in California. We don't need that. They don't need that in California. They need water. And these rich assholes are sucking us dry. And, even Donald Trump got on their case and said, listen, you need to do something about the water reservoirs. You need to clean up all this brush. This is bad because, he knows that there's at least some climate change. He'll deny it because his supporters deny it. But yeah, this has been going on for a very long time. And people are blaming DEI and, people of color and stuff in the fire department or whatever, but it's a lot of things. It's not that. It's the mayor defunded the fire department by $17 million. The Stuart Resnicks owning all this water supply, the corrupt politicians allowing it to happen. All this festering in one, and there's a lot of homeless people in LA that start these fires that are crazy, that start these fires. They don't have the loony bins open anymore. These fires don't start on their own. It just doesn't happen that a fire starts. It would have to be like 400 degrees Fahrenheit for that to happen, right? So someone had to have started a fire. Either that or some lightning would have to struck a tree in order for a fire to happen. And it just spread like wildfire. So someone had to start this fire, some arson. And it's a combination of all these things combined, and people are looking to blame DEI or whatever like usual, because that's the way this country has always been, to blame minorities, people of color and stuff like that. This goes back a long time ago. Even my dad, who adopted me, who's full on Italian, told me about, how Italians face discrimination in this country. And I'm like, yeah, that happened like 100 years ago, but that happened up until like the 1960s. The Italians were facing discrimination. That wasn't anything new, or that wasn't anything old. So this stuff has been going on, and now the people on the right are blaming DEI. There might be some of that goes on like, yeah, you really shouldn't be focused too much on diversity, equity, and inclusion when you got to put out fires. You just got to worry about putting out fires, and that goes with everything. I blame more of like the Stuart Resnick's types that suck up all this water supply, and the politicians who don't fill up the reservoirs. Just all these people that are, have more to do with this than the average, some DEI hire, you know. Um, I mean, you do need some diversity in your workforce, right? You don't want zero, right? So, I mean, it is somewhat good, but I mean, you don't want that to be the main focus. The main focus for a fire department and for everybody should be putting out fires, right? So, it's everything that comes into play here. And I'll leave a video of Stuart Resnick down below. No one is even talking about this because, again, this rich asshole owns everything. These billionaires are vampires, basically. And they're just sucking us dry. It should be illegal to have that much money. You cannot have that much money and be a good person. Think about like what you see the show Hoarders, right? And if you're hoarding trash, right? If you're hoarding a bunch of trash and there's a bunch of bugs in your house, what will people think? What will the city think? They'll condemn your house, right? So how come we don't do that with somebody that's hoarding more money than several third world nations combined? I mean, you're hoarding so much wealth, and not only that, you're using taxpayer money and our resources and our water supply to do your business, and now everyone's lost their homes because of your greed. This is fucking criminal. These people should be put behind bars. This is like Lex Luthor type of evil. This Stuart Resnick asshole. And the politicians that put up with his bullshit. Anyway, that's all I gotta say.